Dun 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 funk. Thank you for putting your hand down. What do you got, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Dredden, and yeah, this is the True Survival mod. This is my series that I've been playing for a very long time, and I'm thinking that we're gonna bring it to a close very soon. I think this might be the second last episode. Um, there's a lot more that I would have liked to get done. We've had some problems along the way, and you know, we were not noobs when we started this particular season, so and next season I think it'll go even better. So, with all that said, as you can see, I've finally dug out this huge thing. I was gonna record, no, sorry, I did record an episode before this, but my sound has been, shall we say, janky. Um, and I think I found out the reason. The reason was that Windows enhancements are just awesome. Yes, they are. So the problem was there was some sort of Skype VoIP thing. Skype was taking control of the mic input to balance it, so it was better for Skype or VoIP. But what it was doing was I could set my volume, and then it would slowly reduce the volume over time. I thought I heard you over there, which is not good. Oh, you're not dead. Which led me to do all kinds of silly things while in post-production. Oh yeah, no way. Scrap that. So, yeah, I think basically the plan is to kind of just go over in the next day. Well, I think what I might do is I would like to fire this thing up, but I don't know that I have the time. We'll try. We'll try. I want to build like a small little top section that I can put some stuff on it, like some basically, I guess, just not forges. We'll just do campfires to increase the heat of this chunk, which should make a whole bunch of zombies spawn. Because I'm curious. I want to see what this will do for the other alphas and stuff, or for like next season. I want to see if I can get lots of guys to spawn in and then be able to level up a little quicker without dying per se. I don't know. It's really questionable. I mean, trying to accelerate anything in true survival is really hard. So, my apple orchard finally sprouted and grew itself right up, which is awesome. Let's go down here and just take a look what we've got. Now, it's really annoying because, well, you can't see it because of the snow, but that's sort of what I mean. This is bedrock, mostly. There's a bit of iron and gravel in various places. So I can't go any deeper. Now, this is, was it 12 deep? I think. And because it's like 96 and 84. So, yeah, that's as deep as it goes. So now I'm kind of curious, do the explosive guys, do they blow up bedrock with enough time? Would they do that? I don't know. It'd be pretty hard to get them to blow up exactly where you want it. My thought is they probably do not, but they do a ton of damage. And so, okay, so this is my design for basically where I want to fight them. I want them to get damaged, and then I want to just smack them a little bit, you know. And most zombies I can already one-hit kill, so it's not a big problem. One of the things is I want to put I guess I would like to put a wood frame up a little bit higher just to see, like, what can be done. Okay, so my health is pretty good. So I kind of like this design a bit better than the 50 pillars, or the toothy one is not bad, but I don't know. It's not that I'm a masochist, but I like this, right? I can walk right through here. That is awesome, for one, which is the advantage of a toothy, but you don't get damaged, right? This I like because the blocks hit back, as it were, right? So I don't know. Maybe we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna try something. I got some really fun ideas, I think, for Alpha 16. I was gonna say yesterday that I didn't, but or not yesterday, days ago, on our recording. But the video came out like yesterday. But anyways, the fact of the matter is, I have a pretty good base idea that I want to try. It's hopefully gonna be like it's a horde base that's gonna be fairly functional for both, like the style of play where you kind of just sit back and um, you know take out the zombies through like a thing, like that, uh, and my style where I run around, and perhaps even I can add a bit more to it to make it even just the standard snipe them kind of thing. But I can make some fun other little features, which I'll show you, I think, in Alpha 16. Because I think that'll be the way to go. So I built this tunnel right along bedrock for now. It's really deep. I put a ladder in, but I didn't do anything fancy at the back because, man, digging takes forever. Now this tunnel is a little bit high, and I would recommend doing it lower. Mostly it's because of the roadway up here. If a big old fat man up here blew up, I would probably, like this here, I don't think that's asphalt, but kind of looks like it, so that's not good. So what I would recommend is something I did on the other side of this. Kind of just take out the floor and go down, and then just like, I don't know, I could probably even fill this right in. Yeah, I've been playing this so long now that the loot down here has respawned, which is crazy. Not all of it, but some of it. Yeah, so just like real quick, the over here, what I've done, this is probably what I would normally do, is built a tunnel like that down there, all the way to bedrock. That's what I would recommend if you're going to build underground tunnels in true survival, because you just need iron tools, just iron tools. There's the car, and so right, the other thing that I did, because I was kind of getting sick and tired of going up and down this thing, was because this is my like new base now, is this mixed with a hatchavator. Now this hatchavator works most of the time, but it could screw up, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm not sure if just because I have to get like right in the center of it, or okay, this time it worked fine, but sometimes it kind of ejects me off to the side. That's always sketchy, but yeah. My apple trees grew, and I harvested them. Probably have some footage of that I might include. I may not. I don't know. This garden is growing mostly. The wheat grows, the strawberries grow, and the hops grow. Those are the main ones that grow. The other ones, I don't know. They grow maybe really slow. It's really hard to tell. I don't know if there's been some additions or changes that slow them down, but they are very slow going. So, I don't know. Just keep on with that. Um, so let's see here. I don't really think anything else has changed around town. I spent last Horde night driving around. I found some cool towns and some neat POIs, but really nothing crazy special. You know what? Maybe I'll do next episode. Because I think next episode, so today is definitely the Wednesday, is it? Yeah, definitely the Wednesday. I sound really confident about that. I definitely did Wednesday, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, it is Wednesday. I'm just, waking up. Coffee. So, what I might do? Yeah, see, I drove like up here. I found this cool town. I really like this town actually. It was pretty cool, but kind of dangerous. It's got one of these farms that has the like missile silos. This is probably a raider base. Um, yeah, and some cool little features. A baseball diamond, which is neat. What I think we'll do is next episode, because I'm not going to get to steal. No way. It's just not possible. Another little medical town. Is to probably just get ourselves to steal somehow, or give ourselves some steel things to play with, just to see what that would actually be like. Because I'm curious, and I think I'll maybe show this POI, because this one I thought was kind of cool and interesting, and I want to go see it. So, and there should be lots of zombies to play with over here. So we might end up doing a little bit of creative mode and teleporting stuff, like teleporting ourselves around, just for like the season finale. And I'm gonna try to just mention things that I think I've learned over like this season and even the previous season, because I didn't really do a finale of the first one. I just sort of finished it, and that was that. All right, so enough for that announcement-ish time there. I would say that there isn't really much else to cover. Gotta get rid of some of these bodies. But I think now I'm gonna go collect myself up some wood and process it up there. Oh, I guess I built a second, because I did say I was going to do it, but I didn't actually get to do much of it yet. And I think I don't quite have all the mechanical parts. Do a third one. But, see, it kind of stopped me there. I think it's because I get too close to the edge or something. I don't know. But yeah, I built myself another workbench just so I can get more of the wood stuff done quicker. It just takes so damn long. So anyway, I will be back after this break. Overnight, I produced a lot of stuff for this, but it takes a long time. I also took this 11, or well, I guess 11, 15, 18 helmet, and I did a bunch of upgrading of my iron armor, like one round, and then I actually made this awesome iron helmet with a light attached. So that took some time, because we had to go do a major search of the town for a flashlight, because I just didn't know where the heck I had one. What the hell am I? Okay, there we go. What I have been saying is that I would like to build this up, but for the amount of time I have left to record today, I don't really have time. Plus, into survival, things take forever. So, what I am going to do, likely, because this is like the second last episode. Come on, can't you place anything down there? Is if I can't finish this with what I got, I'm just gonna do a creative finish to it and put a top on it with a bunch of fires. There's some zombie back here. We'll get them at some point. And we'll just play around with that, and we'll see here. But yeah, so the plan is, so we're at 96 and 84. Let's see. How many more do I think I can put on nicely? Let's just see here. Probably do this a little more economically. Plus so we're not even gonna bother with those, but we'll take off some of these ones. So, because yeah, like, there is no chance of finishing this build. And it's not really even that crazy an important build. Why are you being so glitchy for me? What? I can still nerd pull, so let's do a little bit of that. Not that, okay, well, yeah, so like when Alpha or 16 comes out and they redo this, the nerd pulling will be gone. There's almost no doubt. What you can do, if you try to remember by then, is kind of, you know, do the little two-pronged one where you go at it like this. Kind of more annoying, but it totally, I don't know, kind of defeats the whole thing of it. Let's see how high this will be, because I don't want it to go all the way over there. Though I might dismantle this thing at some point. Let's see, our elevation now is 106. This is getting pretty good. So it was 12, so now it's 22. So that's probably enough to do some pretty big damage. Now the problem, oh yeah, plus it'll be one higher because it's going to have a ramp lock probably on it, so I can do the whole thing. But maybe not. We'll see. But I really wanted to see how this would work in true survival. And, you know, like, it does seem like it's kind of doable. You would have to be super economic with, like, how you did it. I think maybe in the next season I will start something like this, like, ASAP. Well, like, you know, after the first little bit of time where I have some... where I find out, you know, where I'm going to stay. Because I can build... I'll be able to dig sorry, just adjusting in my seat. Dig a hole bit by bit, probably like down this much and then down some more. But that'd be good because then I can get some dirt and earthworms and stuff, which are needed, kind of, depending on your, I guess, what you're doing. So anyways, I'm going to build this up between episodes, and we're going to see how that all works. So, and then we're going to, next episode we're just going to have fun. Lots of fun. We're just going to try to play with some stuff and see, I don't know, what's it all about. So apparently my thing is still recording, so that's good. Oh, I can't believe that. I solved one audio problem, only to have other problems pop up. Okay. So, I wanted to fill this in a bit, because just... There we go. I wanted to have this to be fully supported here. Yeah, see, despite the fact for like days worth of effort, like you don't really get much out of this. So, let me just go into what I'm just going to think about this right now and talk to you guys about it. I kind of think that true survival is almost a semi-nomadic game, all in all. I do think almost the way I was playing it with like my central base as that farm may be a really good way to do it. Long term. Reason being that towns get destroyed by assholes like this. Gotta finish him off. Thank you. Let's rub that all over ourselves and make ourselves really smelly. So that all the zombies come after us. I don't know, I'd like to kind of hear from other people's experiences, but like... I don't think, I won't mention other YouTubers' names, but just like how other people have played. There's people who have stayed in one town for a while and just made a sort of used one of those buildings and fortified a bit of it up, and that seems to have worked pretty well. And apparently, you can do that whilst harvesting most of the town. This town is nowhere near finished looting. I have maybe done 50% of it. Never mind, like, some of the metals and stuff that can still come out of this place. It's, this particular town is a gold mine. I'll say that much for it. Alright, I need to fix this up. But on the other hand, staying here for so long, the town is pretty destroyed, and but thinking about it, if I were to make a singular strong base with minimum surface area and lots of defensible spikes, that does possibly work. But you would be fixing it up a fair bit. But doing the maintenance on this whole town is a bit much. If you're dealing with Horde Knights. Now, Horde Knights can be fun. Don't get me wrong there. I have a lot of fun doing a Horde Knight. If I have things prepared. And I guess it's different too, being a YouTuber versus someone who's playing the game for, as much fun as they can get out of it. Because on the one hand, I want to be able to progress, but on the other hand, I need to show people stuff that is interesting. But it takes a long time to do certain things in true survival, so it makes it tricky. So my experience, and the reason I'm not trying to complain, what I'm trying to say is that my experience playing this will be different from a lot of people's, and some of the things, is kind of for the sake of being able to do a video that's kind of interesting. And I know exploration is fun, and seeing different things is cool. But I'm curious to know how that has affected my play style versus what I would do. Okay, well, let me just think about this for a second. yeah, I think, if I was just playing the game, I would probably just keep ticking away at this place, building it up. You know, there's the factory down there. Um, and it wouldn't be a big deal, right? Like I would just keep fixing up a couple block radius. I'd probably just do like this corner over here to keep people away from this base. Because it's not as hard to maintain, and plus then all my stuff is safe over here, assuming I don't get a chunk reset. So yeah, I think it is fairly legit to do what I'm doing for that, in terms of like if you're actually playing the game. Hello, Zambi. So dun 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 thunk. Thank you for putting your hand down. Oh, a number. Oh no, the 6s are the tougher ones, aren't they? Yeah, but once again, I don't want to tell you guys how to play the game, right? So, and I think, having a central, like, place for your base is good. Especially once you get... Oh, but they won't have a mini bike. I think Spider said he's going to take the mini bike out in the next version, Alpha 16. Because it just causes too many problems, because Fun Pimps haven't done much with it, so he can't do much with it. And it's sort of glitchy as all can be, and I'm pretty sure they would think that killing deer after bear after zombie is an exploit on that thing. So I'm pretty sure it's going to come out. And then you'll just be running around everywhere. So finding like a central location to a town might be the way to go. Yeah, see, like if you had a base here, you could go to all 3 of these towns fairly simply. That's sort of like what I was doing here. I could go to these 3 towns, and it wasn't so bad running back and forth. But I think the way to go would be to have your central base and then have sub bases at other ones. I don't know. It's a really tough call. Let me know what you guys have done. I mean, I've watched a number of other people, like, S'more MC85. He, though I haven't watched all of his videos yet, but they've done a bunch of wandering. They had some bases alongside some roads, and they went into the city, and did some loot raiding kind of stuff there. So that was kind of good. And what else? Game Dog, he built himself a nice little base with a little... I don't know that it had a drop hit, but it was surrounded in spikes and whatnot. And that's Skippy's style as well. And I think that mostly works, except for when cops start spitting at it or exploding near it. But if you build the walls thick enough, I think that's good. Let's start making some stuff. I should have been doing this before. 90. All that time spent. It's like, I'll build 90 more. Who else has got any sort of long-term thing happening? That I'm aware of, by the way, because I don't know everybody's. I know that there's a lot of new people playing it, which is great. You see other people's like play styles bleed into what they like. Everybody works off what they know, and so you see that style fade into things. Yeah, the explosive zombies in this really change how things work. Okay, I'm gonna try to make my thoughts more cogent between this and the last episode. I do have I've written down some points of things I think I've learned. So, Yeah, that's pretty decent. I think this is the only way to get an early drop base. By early, I mean like level 61, which, you know, I can't say that it's gonna happen this late in the game for you guys or whatever, because it's kind of tough to say. And these would be awesome if they were steel, but we're not gonna do that. They work alright if they're fully upgraded like this. Yeah, okay guys. Enough of my rambling. Yeah. So if you guys have any thoughts on, you know, what you think makes best bases, what just worked for you guys in the past, what hasn't, I'd love to know. And yeah, because I think it would be good to know all that stuff. I think these are going to have to be upgraded too, maybe not all the way that high. Simply due to the fact that those exploding zombies, if I don't get to them in time, are going to screw that up pretty bad. Probably even this level up here too. Yeah, doing this much iron tube work is also pretty damn difficult, but because I got some while I was mining, and I got some while I was dismantling a lot of stuff in the town, I had a bunch, but I guess I'm pretty much done there. Yeah, if you guys found my videos interesting, consider giving a like and a subscribe. I'm going to be doing the Alpha 16 content ASAP, and I'm going to do an alpha playthrough on just default stuff, which is going to be something that I haven't done on the channel before, so expect it to be quite a bit different than this, all in all, because this is quite a bit different. And I think I've been practicing, so I'll be going faster than in my starvation mod playthrough. And yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for, if you've stuck through this entire episode, listening to me ramble, but it's mostly I want to ramble but also get your thoughts, so please leave some comments and I'll talk with you about True Survival. Okay, have a good one, bye.